How's it going, Dave and Comic Book Investments? Well, in this video, we're going to look at 5 keys that are heating up. What do I mean by heating up? I mean they're going up in price and, breaking new records sometimes. Who knows? We'll see. Let's just jump right into it. Let's see what's going on. All right, first up we got is Walking Dead #1. A 9.4. Last month's average was $13.50. Now it's $14.50, up 7%. A 9.6 is up 10% from 1843 to now currently averaging 2026. And a 9.8 went from 33.85, now averaging 36.66, up 8%. If you go up the graph, it's kind of like all over the place, just going up and down, up and down, up and down. And it looks like, as you can see, it's slowly trending up higher and higher and higher. Now, I mean, Walking Dead is always going to be like this because they have all these TV shows, this and that. It's Walking Dead. I think it's a good book regardless. I think it will probably continue to go up. I do see some weakness on the lower grades. So if you're looking like 8.0s and things like that, 9.0s even. So if you're going to get this book, you really got to get yourself a 9.4 to a 9.8. And long term, man, I think it's a very popular series, so we'll always have some value there. And just with the TV show and everything like that. But if they don't continue making more Walking Dead whatever, it could see a little bit of slump, but I think long term you should be fine. All right, moving on. We got House of Secrets 92. This is the first appearance of Swamp Thing. A 3.5 sold for $1,000 back last month. Now selling for $1,001. That pretty much didn't do anything. Up a fraction of a percent. A 6.0 went from 1850 to 2050, up 11%, and an 8.0 went from 3300 to 3765, up 14%. If you look at the graph up there, it's just been slowly going up, went a little down a little bit. Now it's coming right back. Obviously, the comic boom had a huge thing. Obviously, if you look at that graph and you see a little higher spike, that was because they had a TV show that came out. They canceled the show. Had nothing to do with the show itself. It just cost too much because they were supposed to get some tax exemption refund or something, and it didn't happen. I don't know. It was basically all accounting type stuff. Swamp Thing is still a massive character, especially this book. For some reason, it doesn't really change too much in price when you're at the lower levels. Like the 3.5 to 6.0, I mean, it's not too much of a difference. I think this is a good book long term. I think if you have the opportunity to get one, you're good. All right, moving on. We got Thor, God of Thunder #2. This is the first appearance of the God Butcher. A 9.4 is up 19% from 231 to 275. A 9.6 up 11% from 270 to 300. And a 9.8 is up 4% from 503 to 521. If you look at the graph, you can kind of see it went up and then kind of came back down, but it's slowly going up, a little bit of an upswing. Now, they've rumored, pretty sure, that the God Butcher is going to be in Thor, what are we on? 4 now? 3? 4? I think it's 4. It's called Love and Thunder. I remember having the cover artist that did a lot of this work was Asad Ribic, and I think it was number 4. I had the original art. Man, I wish I still had it. I loved it, but sold it years ago. Man, if I would have had that now. Oh well. But I think this is a pretty cool book. I love Asad Ribic's work. So, yeah. Moving on, we got X-Men 50. I was asked by a subscriber what I think of this book, if it should be on this list. So I checked it out, and yes, it does belong on this list. A 5.0 sold for $360, now selling for $378. That is up 5%. A 7.0 went from $478 to $580, up 21%, and a 9.6 went from $3,050 to $4,080, up 34%. If you can look up there, kind of just these don't sell that often, so there's not going to be a lot of points of data, but the overall story of this book that it's going up. This is the second appearance of Polaris and the first cover appearance, also the origin of the beast, and this is a great, cool cover. It's been homaged many times. Next up, we got Marvel Premiere #1. This is the first appearance of him as Adam Warlock and also the first appearance of the Soul Gem. And a 7.0 is up 17% from 405 to 475. An 8.0 is up 37% in 1 month, 37%. Wow. From 582 to 800. A 9.0 went from 1164 to 1242. That is up 16%. You can see up there the graph there kind of is like up and down, up and down. Now, why is this book heating up? And it's actually kind of funny because the week before I put Warlock issue #1 on my dropping list with a massive, massive drop from $250 to I think $33 for a 6.5. That was a massive drop. I think it was like 87%. And so why is this book on here? Well, and why not? Why is Adam Warlock or just Warlock 1 dropping? It's because there's different tier lists. So this character, already not rumored, is going to be in Guardians 3, the movie. It was teased in Guardians 2, and they've already confirmed it. They already have the actor cast, everything like that. Everything's into place. So there's different tiers for this book. So the first tier will be Thor number 165. That was the first full appearance of him, Adam Warlock. Then if you want to go to the next tier, you're looking at FF 67 and 66. Then you want to go to Marvel Premiere #1, and then you want to go to Warlock #1. So this is kind of his first appearance as Adam Warlock, which we kind of know now. That's everyone knows him as that, not him anymore. And since the different tier lists, they all went up, but the thing is, the further tiers down, they're going to get hit the hardest. But they also go up the most because before there were like $50 and then shoot up to like 200. But they also get hit the hardest when it goes down. The hype kind of died down because they cast all this stuff is going on, but then it's like no news has come out. Like, when is the Guardians 3 even coming out? Is it even started filming? All that kind of stuff. I know James Gunn was busy with Peacemaker and Suicide Squad, so it's still a long ways off. And so people kind of like, they don't care as much, and it sort of drops in price. But with this slowly heating up, I think people are coming back around to the fact that Adam Warlock is right around the corner, so things should start picking up. We should get probably a trailer maybe in the next 6 months to a year, so it's just slowly going to be building from here. All right, last one on the list, but before I do, if you haven't subscribed, think about subscribing. I'm trying to hit 10,000 by next month. It's going to be a tough one. I'm about 1,100 away at this current point, so hopefully I can get there. But yeah, let's look at the last one. The last one is going to be an update. I like to do an update based off of like last month's numbers to see if it's still going up, if it's dropped a little bit, what's going on. So this update is going to be on Spider-Man 194, first appearance of the Black Cat. A 9.2 dropped actually from 883 to 869. That's down 2%. A 9.4 is up from 1088 to 1150. That is up 6%. And a 9.8 is up 7% from 47.92 to 51.50. If you look at the graph, you can see that it's still kind of going up. And of course, this book still has a little bit of heat left in it, and it'll still continue to climb. I think when it will start dropping is probably when there's not enough hype to keep it going up, and then it'll just start dropping down. So if you're looking to pick this book up, it's still a long way off before we see Black Cat anything in any kind of MCU type stuff. So my guess is I wouldn't hold on to this book waiting. I think there's going to be a better opportunity to buy it. I think the hype is going to shoot it up and then it's going to come back down. I think that's when you want to buy it, and then the hype will come back up when we have some more news, more actual things happening with Black Cat. All right. Have a great weekend.